Hi, I just wanted to take a few minutes to talk to you about control. So there are some things that are in our control and some things that are not in our control. And to talk about that, I thought I would make it more interactive. So if you have these items at home with you, you can feel free to join in with me, or you can just watch. So what I have is Play-Doh, a rock, and I have two whiteboards, but just a piece of paper folded in half would work just fine. So if I handed you a piece of Play-Doh and I asked you to make a heart, do you think you could do that? I think you could. It doesn't have to be perfect, just a heart. Like that. Now, if I handed you this rock and I told you to make a heart out of that, could you do it? Nope. Not with your hands. No matter how hard you tried, I can't make this rock shape into a heart. Maybe if I had some really cool tools, I could, but just me with my two hands, I can't make this into a heart shape. So what I want these two things to represent are things in your control and things that are not in your control. So now, for the next part of the activity, I just want you to try to think of some things that are in your control and that are not in your control, and go ahead and write them down and make a list. Okay, I'm done with my list. I don't know if you're done with yours, but that's okay. You can either pause this video and finish, or you can finish after. So for the list of what I can control, the Play-Doh, I have my attitude, being kind, my words, my actions, working hard, so how much effort I put towards something, and my thoughts and feelings. Sometimes it's hard to understand the thoughts and feelings because it seems like they just come from out of nowhere and we don't have any control over them, but we do. So if someone does something and it makes me feel angry, I get to decide if I'm gonna stay angry or if I'm going to maybe use a coping skill to help myself calm down. I'm also going to choose whether or not I act out in that anger. So you really do have control over your thoughts and your feelings. And then on the list of what we don't have control over, so the rocks, I have the weather, other people and how they feel, how they act, their words and their actions. I know a lot of times we try to control other people, but we can't. We have no control over what other people do. And the other thing is world events, so maybe like the coronavirus. So the reason that I wanted to talk about this with you today is because depending on where you're choosing to focus your energy, your attention, that's really going to determine how you feel. So if you spend all of your time focusing on what you can't control, that's going to lead to a lot of anger, frustration, maybe being anxious or exhausted because you just can't control these things no matter how you try. So I just wanted to encourage you today that you really do have a lot in your control, and I hope that you'll choose to focus on those things instead. Have a great day.